stay sane. When you do the bed, you go under yourself responsible, yeah. Now then, set everything up because while I don't have all the time in the world, I would like to get some playing done. At the very least now. Might have messed things up just a tiny little bit. That did bite me in the ass. Now, it was a fair biting in the ass, to be completely honest with you. I might go into a bit more detail later. Yes. First we're gonna start and we try to finish the mission. The older mission. The older murder mission, to be very precise. I found out Assassin's Creed is actually an ideal game to just throw in whenever you don't have much in the way of preparations. Kinda neat, honestly. I'll have to admit. Kinda neat and dandy, honestly. Now that everything's set up, almost set up, I'm gonna change things around. Relatively soonish, indeed, like this. Then you can see we're back of playing some more Assassin's Creed. The first one, mind you. Not the second one. No, to be fair, I do kind of miss Ezio. It's a nice, how to put it mildly, flamboyant character. But do excuse me for a second while I repair things. It's my smartphone blinking at me and going like, hey, there's something going on here that you should know. Something important. Doesn't look important. Finally, time to put some tobacco in that pipe. Because I've been sitting there for like a few hours. Because, you know, I had to do a bit of a redemption arc, I suppose. Well, that makes it sound nice and dramatic, doesn't it? Yes, I had to go through a bit of a redemption arc for myself. Because I kind of fucked something up. And then I felt the need to do better, basically. Which, while requiring a bit of my time, to be fair, went surprisingly well. Now, what the fuck were we and what were we doing? We are in Acre, aren't we? Yes, yes, we fucking are. And the game really doesn't like to be not a focus. You easily forget that that is the thing, but the game really doesn't like it. For almost the best reason, the game's like, you're not taking me seriously, are you? And I mean, considering what we're dealing with here. It says, yes, I don't take you seriously, game. Hey, I'll tell you, why can't you do this sometimes? And other times you act like such a bitch when I ask you to just climb a little bit more. I'll tell you, he's a bit of a special one. Very moody. I mean, in case of Ezio, I could actually imagine him to be a bit of a moody cunt sometimes, but...
Leave, peasant, before I make you.
Try me. Just fucking try me, Otter boy. You will soon learn a very important lesson about how that is not a good idea. Oops. Kinda would like to climb up here. Now then. As I'm actually a bit late here than usual, we'll kinda keep it short and sweet today, yes, but on the bright side. On the very bright side. Should be just enough to finish up the next little chapter here, basically. Let's see here. Some peasants needing my help. It seemed like a good job.
Odd. Why would you do that?
Somebody help me! Die, thief!
Don't worry, I'll help you.
To my home.
There's still one guy who's just standing there like, no, I'm not getting involved in this combat. I mean... you know, game. This is a bit of a ridiculous way of doing it.
Oh, fortune favours me
Yes, fortune favors you. That.
today. God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit.
Foul deeds, yeah.
Stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Yes, if you could keep that between, you know, yourselves, that would be pretty appropriate, I'd say. Hey, you're really telling me there's a fucking pickpocket inside there? Oh boy, it's gonna be fun to do.
Boy, bondos.
They let you come and go as you please.
I'm not too
But the
close
fortress was closed to all.
for pickpocket.
But William wishes to have repairs completed as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It's been to our advantage.
The perfect cover. It's clever.
Anyway, I've finished my report and should deliver it.
For once, it seems things might go our way, and not by accident.
Well, the Bible does say God helps those who help themselves.
Well,
Nah,
true
it
enough.
doesn't, actually. That's from one of Aesop's fables. The Bible says quite the opposite, in fact.
I
Many
know.
passages of being patient and faithful and waiting for the Lord to decide.
Come on, I
if
know, it's
he
a
wishes
joke.
To assist.
Well, I say we've waited long enough.
You'll hear no argument from me.
Very well, I'm off then.
You know, most people do realize that, yes, the Bible does not actually say that God helps those who help themselves. That goes kind of against the whole message of the Bible. The basic bitch message is basically that, no, wait for God to take care of it, basically. Because, well, but obviously, that's how fucking religion works. You just sit there and wait patiently for God to solve all of your problems. And when things happen, good things happen to you, you can be like, yes, bless God. All his fucking blessing. And when they don't, you can be like, maybe I'm just too much of a sinner for God to actually consider helping me. Yes. So, you know, pay some more money to the church so they can help you be a better person or something. Wonder how that goes. You know, I always do hate the kind of people who's like, actually, that's not in the Bible, you know? Yes, obviously not. It's kind of an implied joke here. Well. Oh well, what can you do? Sometimes you just have to deal with people who really don't see the fun in that, I suppose.
He seems to be in a hurry.
Yes, he's always in a hurry. So many people to kill and only so many, I mean so little in the way of Altheias to go around. It does make a man want to hurry. What Okay, that was maybe a bit unnecessary. Let's not collect the flag, because that is just gonna confuse the ever-living shit out of me. As you see, once then I start my little trap around the world in order to collect flags, when then some of them are just missing, because I'm already collecting them,
Be gone.
it gets somewhat confusing. Just somewhat confusing. And that is of course not good. Because then you're sitting like, am I missing one? Am I just stupid? Because there's always the option that you don't see it, because it's actually well hidden. Mind you, that does happen sometimes. And being between those two options basically is really not a nice feeling. Echo from Metal goes so far as to say it's the worst feeling.
Oh God, don't kill me! Oh,
You've got to
you
kill
are
me.
here. You scared me. Richard's men are after me.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them. but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away.
The
You shall be the angel of death and collect their heads before they collect mine.
angel of
When it
revenge.
is done, I shall tell you of the deal.
Okay, let's see here. One is down there. Basically where I already was, so it shouldn't be that hard to find him.
I beg of you, just a few coins.
What is he running from? Damn fool! Where's he running from?
What is he running from? Nothing.
No, please, don't leave like this. Just a few coins, please.
It's not like I'm running from anything.
I wonder what he's up to.
Nothing. Just the usual.
He's not too beeilen.
I'm not running from anything. I'm just a nice person.
What's he running from?
What's she running from? Oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just bad memories.
What a relief it is to know that I am safe.
Yes.
Thank you, Master.
Very relieving, is that?
I
Very
tried to
relieving
make a
indeed.
deal with the Citadel guards to leave the gates open, even when the alarm sounds. I failed you. So now your only escape from Richard's Citadel will be to climb the fortress walls. Forgive me.
I mean, I don't really see a problem with that. I wasn't really expecting to get away with walking outside the main gate. Especially, even if they can't close the gate, they can position people there. Lots of people. And then quite literally send them into the breach and make sure that I can't just fucking pass. You know, not really a strategy I had considered. No, at least not yet. That is. It would be a bold move. A very bold move, and considering Altair's usual attitude, maybe even not that unexpected. Yeah, I can actually see Altair being like, I'll just leave through the fucking front gate. And now that I think about it, that's kinda seems like an Altair thing to do.
I'll have your hands for that.
You will die now. Why are you even trying? I wonder.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness. I
Yes, I know. You swear.
swear it.
I really would like it if the camera would not just be randomly taken from me every single time something like that happens. Ah,
What you do is it? Die, thief.
more peasants to help. Well, somebody has to do the good work again. Shouldn't have tried. You shouldn't have tried, indeed. But he's like, you know, everybody else failed, but I will have success where they failed.
Fortune favors me today. God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my
Good luck.
husband is of your bravery. Put a few coins. I need money, sir, and
Well, at least we already saved 3 of them, I suppose. We're on a good road.
Must be running from something.
My family's sick and dying. Could you spare a few coins?
I cannot. Well, I don't know who threw that rock, but I'm fucking annoyed by it.
You were not allowed to be here. Leave.
I mean, I wasn't fucking asking, I
Leave this
wasn't.
place. Come no further. You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave.
Oh well. Not as planned, but you know how those things go. Can't all be good plans. And I forget how impatient some of the archer boys can be. Some of them have a really short attention span, although one of them is still aiming at me. Although he, according to the game, doesn't see me. Which makes it a rather interesting thing. What's that? Informer, merchant, stand destruction. I remember we did a quest like this once before. It was a bit annoying, but oh well, I suppose. Because you kind of have to throw people in the stands.
Lend me your ear for a moment, Altair. William of Montferrat has replaced many of the district's honest merchants with men loyal to his cause. He seeks to weaken faith in King Richard by overcharging honest citizens for poorly crafted goods. These corrupt merchants must be removed. Find their stands and destroy them.
Okay. And of course, those stands are not just right next in the street, and it's not like he stands right next to the stands in order to give you a good indicator of where they are. No. The stands in question, of course, on the other fucking side of the fucking whole building line here.
I need food. I'm so hungry. Just a little money, I beg of you.
You're a dead man! I'll cut you down! Where you going? You don't get away from me! Die, heathen! You're mine!
Oh, bad out here.
Fuck everywhere!
Very bad out here. He was about to just fall down there for no fucking reason.
Il n'est plus ici, quittons!
Thank you for the help, Altair. It
Well,
may seem
no
a small
problem.
thing you've done today, but it's important nonetheless. This little paper should prove useful when you finally face William.
One of those more annoying little missions, to be fair. Again, it's not the word. Usually I have more problems with the assassin missions because... Why, I didn't break that. I would like to have this written down. I was not the one who broke that stand. Well, then, one way doesn't work. Just take the fucking other one.
Que s'est-il passé ici?
I don't know what you're saying, but it's probably insulting. To yourself, because it sounds very French.
Where are you?
Where am I? Yeah, a very good question. Why don't you try looking up? Because that's the one weakness of everybody in this fucking game. They have a distinct dislike for looking up. Maybe it's all because they have neck problems or something and looking up physically hurts them. I mean, maybe. Just maybe. Just be an option. Like, you know. Not a very realistic one, but
Right then. Where are you?
an option nonetheless. I suppose. Why are you molesting the people? Don't you know that just means I have to do a lot more work? Stop that.
Is he trying to fight?
Yeah, I am. Looks pretty well so far, actually. Me?
Thank you, my boy. I only wish my sons were half as brave as you.
Sure.
I'll see to it that they hear this tale and know what it is to be a true hero.
Yes, a true hero.
Dark days indeed.
one moment he's like, thanks for help, the next moment he's like, ah, drugged, as indeed. This is an ill omen. What? Are you so sure that finding some dead bodies on the street is a fucking ill omen?
You were not allowed to be.
I'm allowed to be wherever the fuck I want. As for my permission, well, I have a fucking hidden blade. That gives me all the permission I fucking need now, doesn't it? It's pretty damn splendidly, I'd say. Now then, let's see here. There's 3 more points. And 2 more fucking civilians that kind of scream for rescue. Well, at least so far as we can see them. Right in the middle of the fucking marketplace or something, or meeting place or whatever the fuck. These people really are not the smartest. Okay, maybe I should actually look at the screen and try to time it. That's work a lot better, doesn't it? Oh, fortune favors me.
Today,
Yeah.
God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Your bravery indeed. Not that it actually involved much bravery on my part, mind you, but let's not. Nope.
He must be running from something.
I wonder what's wrong with him. Please help me. Anyone?
Die, thief!
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Come meet out of the other side of the street, woman.
Like what you see, do you?
Oh.
Say, my friend, this'll teach you nothing. Your life ends now!
Yeah, so many threats I've heard in my time. None of them came true. Oh, look at that. He's dead too.
Suppose I should thank you, though don't think I couldn't have handled them myself.
I have a distinct feeling that you couldn't, but sure, woman, if you say so.
You've done right by me. I'll see to it that the favor is returned.
That would be most pleasant, yes. You know, all of these partisans in the city that I technically have now that are supposedly potentially willing to help me. It's nice and dandy as an idea, but I don't really make much use of them now, do you? I mean, don't get me wrong, maybe you could plan your escape route through them so that they could keep the guards at bay a bit. Yes, you could potentially do that, but it seems like a bit more hassle than actually worth, isn't it? Since all I really need to do is basically get to... Oh, shit.
It's him we should follow. It's him will lead us to victory.
Actually, is that the building I'm supposed to be climbing?
And what do we have to show for it? Graves and widows and orphan sons. King Richard promises a bad morrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings.
You must not trespass here.
And what do we have to show for it?
But that leads me to the question, what if I do?
King Richard promises a bad morrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings, but he delivered only death.
What indeed would happen if I just continue fucking climbing?
Graves and widows and orphan sons. King Richard promises a bad morrow, unspoiled land and new beginnings, but he delivered only death. We are two sons. With one hand we
You've no reason to be here. Leave now.
I have a distinct feeling I have no reason to be here because it doesn't seem to be leading where I want to go.
Leave.
Ah, wait, maybe on the small sides.
And what do we have to show for it? Graves and widows and orphan sons.
Oh, hello little
King
strategy.
Richard promises a bad morrow, unspoiled land and new
Oh, you mean in rating? I actually zoned out for a bit. I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yes, yes, you mean what horrible thing I did? I did the horrible on Saturday, which was the reason why I had to kinda waste a bit more time than necessary on redoing that. Just give me a second to get to a bit of a safer place so I don't fall down. archers up here. I don't really like that.
You must not trespass here.
What are you gonna do about it? Well, let's see. I was visiting a friend for a bit, just for a tiny bit, and I was like, you're playing a game. It's nice. It's a JRPG. I like it. Let me play for a bit. I was like, yeah, sure, okay. Well, still not a problem. Good timing, actually, because I need to go out anyway and do some grocery shopping. So, you know, just finish this chapter for me. Gives you a nice idea what if the game is something for you. Stuff like that. I was like, okay, sounds nice. He was like, listen, only one thing you need to do. Doesn't really matter how you fight, doesn't really matter if you fight. Just continue with the story, not a problem. Just pick up one single item at one specific point in time, basically. And make absolutely sure you get it. Because there's only one opportunity to get it, and you need it later on very, very much so. Oh, shit. I don't really like where I am. It could have gone horribly wrong. I was like, okay, yeah, sure, I can do this. I mean, you know, I've been playing games for a long time. I'm sure I can remember that. I played through the whole chapter. It was fun. I was getting into it. And I finished the chapter. I was like, yeah, let's save the game. And I saved over his save game, and I was like, shouldn't really be a problem, all things considered. I mean, you know, I did what he told me to. And that's when it struck me like lightning, like, oh yeah, that one item, I completely had forgotten about it. And, well, that's one of those very important little items that you don't realize how important it is until the end of the game, where it allows you to get the best equipment for your characters, basically. So, there we were, basically. He had 40 hours of gameplay, and he couldn't get the ultimate weapons, thanks to me. I was like, well, that sucks, doesn't it? It royally sucks. So I was like, okay, listen, this is not a problem. I've played JRPGs before. I'm sure I can do this. What the fuck game? I have no idea what just happened, but it worked. So I offered him, you know, just lend me the game and the console. I'll get to it. And so I sat fucking down and played religiously for, I think, playtime was about 15 hours now. Skipping every dialogue, doing whatever the fuck I can to speed it up to get back to that point, while collecting all the items. Oh. But hey, I made it, almost. Almost back to the point where I overwrote a save game. I'm almost finished there. Though that took most of my Saturday, to be fair, and the largest part of my Sunday, which means all of the cleaning I wanted to do, scan on well, most of it's on the back one. I did the most crucial things before I went, so that's good, but still, Jesus Christ. See, normally I'm smart enough to not do that, because, well, I've played more than enough of the old games myself, so I do know that you never not use multiple fucking save slots, just in case something like this happens, but maybe recently I've been a bit too much spoiled by more modern games that, you know, use long-lasting autosave functions and stuff like that, so it probably had something to do with that. But yeah, that was quite the session. I haven't been playing that desperately in a long while. Hey, I'm pretty sure I punched out a few more levels than he had. Then again, it's a fucking very story-heavy RPG, so, you know, it's not really about the leveling. About enjoying the story, which I did precisely none of. Fun game, though. You know what? Fuck it. Let's make it public.
Stop! Enough! Enough! What is it you want? Gold?
But yeah, just a bit of advice, you know. If you play old games, especially old games that do not have very well thought out autosave systems or none at all, use multiple fucking slots for your saving.
He meets the king.
Just, you know, just in fucking case something horribly goes wrong, and if you don't want to replay the whole game, which means I had to replay the prologue, the first chapter, the second chapter, the third chapter, and the intermission. Because fuck me, basically.
Not yet, I'm afraid.
There's one last thing I need from you.
I mean, I may not be at world record speed running levels for this particular game, but I can tell you that I'm fucking fast.
To spread the message of our Lord, but they...
Still, if you play a fucking RPG like that, you're really doing it wrong. Because that means that you're not actually following the story at fucking all. This was just no time for that. Otherwise, how was I supposed to be finished with that? Because I did tell him that I gave him his control back on fucking Monday? Did I say Monday or did I say... I'm pretty sure I said Monday. Knowing myself, that sounds reasonable. Yeah, relatively sure. But it's kinda hard to tell, but I'm pretty sure they're talking about God. Depends a bit on which area you're in, what God it is. Could be Allah, or it could be God. Depends very... Oh, sorry, civilian. That poor woman. After you get sick and tired of saving people, just start stabbing the people instead, and instead of the guards, basically. Don't. Well, that guy's dead. Yes, but it's easier to distinguish. If I say Allah, I'm pretty sure you understand that I'm talking about the more Eastern Islamic religions, and if I'm talking about God, I'm pretty sure you understand that I'm talking about the Western variant. It doesn't really matter if the terms mean the same thing.
I don't think I couldn't have handled them
Makes it easy to distinguish.
myself. Still, you've done right by me. I'll see to it that the
They
favour
don't
is
give a shit,
returned.
they are not involved in this particular story. To be fair. Maybe, but I'm pretty sure... Okay, well, then let's be very precise. Let's talk about the Saracens God variant, which, surprisingly enough, is the Islamic one, to make it absolutely clear and without any shot of doubt. Even then, it's not really, because even the Islamic faith group is not a unified one. Pain in the ass. Because, you know, there's that whole thing about the Shia and whatnot, that fuck my life, basically. Why make it even more annoying? And at the end of the day, it's all talking about God, and you're sitting there like, oh, for fuck's sake, people. Coming from a German. Yeah, maybe I should judge the Jewish faith too harshly. Might give people bad memories. Alas. Too late. I'm not taking it back. Yeah, so proper German. Spüre den Zorn Gottes. Feel the wrath of God. Basically. Oops. You stopped my amusement. No. No. I do love that I can do this now. It was simple when there was only one singular group in each religious main group, you know, when there was one Islamic group, one Christian group. And then they started fracturing into little sects. And ever since then, it's just fucking annoying. Because quite literally I couldn't be fucking asked
I'll find a way to
to remember all of them. And honestly, I don't really see the point.
repay this kindness, I swear it.
And I would like this, you know, if you want to believe in some Sky Daddy, I mean, go ahead. Feel free. I'm not gonna stop you. As long as you don't try to, you know, fucking impart that nonsense onto me, because I would much rather believe in a rather... You know, if I'm forced to believe in anything, then give me some really nicely toned goddesses that I can look up to, you know. Something really bangable. Sounds a lot more like something I would like to believe in. I won't. Yeah. You start with one monotheistic religion, then people split up, and then you have the Islamic group itself splitting up, then you have the Christian group splitting up, because, you know, you have the Protestants, you have the fucking Catholic Church, and the other smaller, even smaller groups. And every group considers itself to be the only one, while everyone else is basically a heretic. It's just mind-numbing, basically. You know, actually, that's what we believed in before, you know. Did you see some of these nice statues of the old fertility goddesses? Those had some fucking childbearing hips, I tell ya. And titties. That's something I can get behind. I can understand why we would pray to that. Yes, very much so. I can look at that and go like, might be a bit of a Rubens figure, yes, but I can understand why you would, you know,
Got a bit careless.
pray to that.
William sent his bowmen after me. I deal with them myself.
Ah,
but
good times.
To be honest, I lack the skill. Would you be willing to seek them out and kill them?
And that is only
I might
under
have something
the
useful
circumstances where it would
for you
be
to accept.
forced.
But be careful not to let them see you.
Yes, it is a sign of fertility to have rather nice and childbearing hips, obviously. And honestly, I'm not necessarily against that. It's a sign of femininity, and that is actually something most men do find to some degree rather attractive. Give it a nice pair of titties too, and honestly, I'm all for that. No complaints from my side. See, that is the sort of picture I can get behind praying to without feeling too bad about it. Some Sky Daddy though, yeah, no, I'm really not into that. But alas, I digress. The point being, as long as you don't absolutely force me with a gun to my head, I'm probably not going to start becoming religious. As such, I don't really give much of a shit about all the single fucking groups that have come to pray to this, that, or whatever else nonsense they found in time. Luckily enough, since freedom of religion also means that I have the freedom to not be religious, God bless that, make it very, very ironic, I just decide not to. I decide that I'm very much happy without that. Ah, good times. And again, you know, there's a nice skill that allows me to bang people, schmexy people, all the time without any responsibilities. I might be tempted to at least pretend.
Shows where William has
Because, you know, we all have our weaknesses.
stationed his other archers. Most useful should you find yourself inside his fortress.
The best part of freedom of religion is the only part that counts, namely the part that it also means that you don't have to be religious. Honestly, there's nothing greater than that in that whole spiel. Because, you know, choosing, basically, you know, you have the freedom to choose your religion, well, great, that means I can choose which Sky Daddy is the one for me, cool, nice. I rather like the part where I'm not supposed to believe, or not required to believe in it, because,
not order anything. It is just for my
annoying.
own pleasure that I ask you to find some Masyaf flags I've hidden in Richard's district.
I don't give a shit about your pleasure, you fucking asshole. Just
I will
send
tell
me on
you
a
what
mission.
people are saying in Akka. It is important information.
Also call it Akon, because
This
Akon
time,
is what it
try
is.
to come back to me faster
Not
than the first time.
In English. Language. Okay, let's chase some flags, I suppose. Again. Haven't done this in a while now, have we? Never a dull day. I can't, literally not. I don't have any coins, woman. I'm a fucking poor assassin. Where do you think I suddenly get money from? That's not even a lie. I mean, Ezio, you know, Ezio in fucking Italy. He has money. He can be backed too. Understandably, yes. Walter here. Not really a coin to his name. Was macht dieser Tor da?
Changing my opinion of you.
Nothing. Quite literally nothing. He's playing a game at the moment. Quite literally. With a fucking asshole who's like, I'm doing this for my own fun too.
He
I mean,
and Richard had a disagreement
fair
before
point,
the
fair
king
point.
left for Jaffa.
Now that we've
Since
done
then,
this
William
almost,
stays in his
it's once again time to collect
surrounded by
flags.
his
Ugh.
army. Do you have what it takes to
A
attack
bit of a
him in
pain
this
to be fair, but hey,
protected environment?
almost. I
We'll
think we actually
see,
have collected over
but
half of
I
them
am
at this point.
still doubtful.
So it's not actually that bad, I suppose. All things considered. Just a tiny bit more, just a tiny bit more. Basically, how many are there left? This one and Jerusalem, basically. And then basically one smudge through every area. Which means
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before
you're somewhere you shouldn't be. Too close to my fucking blade, that is. 8 hungers. Well, there's a letter up there.
Allowed to be here. Leave.
You aren't either. I do love it. Let's head it out.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be.
It's a good thing the game doesn't actually take itself too seriously when it comes to its treat.
Come no further. Come no further.
Assassin, assassin! No. So I found the right tower, I just haven't yet found where the fuck to climb up. Maybe like this? Yes, of course. Whoop, 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 whoop. Bit of a dangerous climb, to be fair. Let's not tell Altair that he's not any way, shape or form insured against injury during work hours. Otherwise he might think twice about doing this sort of thing. But alas. Although we've had a fucking century before anyone ever thought up the idea of maybe somebody gets, you know, a bit of a injury during his fucking job hours. Maybe, just maybe, we should do something that makes sure that's actually get treated. On both sides, actually. That is very much a better choice. Finally, last point. Now let's see how much more horribleness you can throw in my face, and then let's see, we have 34 plagues to collect. And 1, 2, 3 Templars to slay. Well, that might take longer than 20 minutes. At this point, kinda experienced. Which of course doesn't mean that some of the flags will not just be fucking assholes about it, mind you. Some of them absolutely fucking will. I kinda get used to it though. Now, let's find out where the last peasant is hiding. I'm not too sure who we're talking about. Probably not me, is it?
Push him again.
Push him again. Yes, we shall get some help. I'm pretty sure I will not be dead, mind you. On the other side, I can't say the same for you.
I only wish my sons were half as brave as you. I'll see to it that they hear this tale.
Sure, while they're doing that, I have found the first flag.
And know what it is to be a true hero.
Yes, camera. If you could now let me please just... Thanks, camera. No, camera. Please let me actually see what I'm doing, because I'm not that good. That I can do this fucking blind. Now, out of this sector again, and into the wider...
This place is restricted. Not trespass. You think you can take by someone?
Come on, game. I'm not anywhere where I'm not supposed to be.
You must not be of sound mind.
What if I am of sound mind? What if this is just a new trend amongst the people? Moving up the buildings instead of around them. Who knows? I'm sure somebody saw this and was like, you know what, this is kind of stylish. I kind of would like to try this myself. How are you?
Oh, a few coins, all right. What's a few coins? But I need
Okay.
money.
You know, every so often, our fucking beggars get to the point where even my mood is like, you know what, no. The Lord had better things to do. I'm pretty sure the Lord looks down at me, he's like, yes, he's proven quite the patient person when it comes to fucking beggars on the street. Until, well, he had enough and he punched one. I'm pretty sure God can overlook one little act of violence every now and then. Pretty sure he's not that petty that he would hold that against me. Relatively sure, yes. I saw the flag up there again. Oh well, time to do this again.
Why did you do that?
Yeah. I'm actually, well, at least I counted right. It is precisely. Well, I mean, the good thing is actually in that regard, Archon is actually somewhat special because it's actually the one area where every area has its own set of flags. One area you find Templar flags, stuff like that. Jerusalem only has the fucking Saracen flags, I think. And what did Damascus have? I don't remember off the top of my head. Basically the same shit. Okay, so problem is there's supposed to be 2 flags here very close by. It's gonna make this annoying. You're hungry. Believe you me, Altair is probably hungry too. I mean, think about what sort of calorie intake he needs to actually get through the day. Through the fucking exercise he gets. Nobody ever asks Altair, hey, would you care for, you know, second helping or something? Yes. Now where would the second flag be?
He's gonna hurt himself, and when he does, I won't help him.
You should. Because otherwise I ran into you. I hate that. I hate that particular part. Because it could be everywhere, yeah. Literally. Pretty sure that was that one. That we picked up here. So the other one should be basically just a tiny bit ahead. This direction. Up here, basically. Since I can't find it, let me quickly go, because I actually have, smart as I am, a second guide. It tells me in written form where they are supposed to be. Let's see if that helps. Okay, supposedly on an overhang. Not this one, is it? No, that wouldn't make any sense. Why not game? Make it fucking difficult, why don't ya? Game's like, yes please, I will do precisely that. Thank you, Massa. Not... Ah, there it is. Not much fun for irony. Are you game? Bloop. Wonderful. Never talk about this little bitch of a flag again, because fuck my life, that's not fun. Ideally, we'll do this quick and efficiently. But I have a distinct feeling that is not gonna be how that works. Where would it be? Oops. It was like, I don't really know what to do. That woman. Just 20 bit annoying. Like so many others in this particular area. Go back. Yeah.
What's he doing? He must not be of sound mind. Sure to leave a mark.
I mean, we have actual crazies around who run around and shove people all the time, and these people are like, he must not be of sound mind. Very realistic scenario, I tell ya. Very realistic scenario indeed, I tell ya. Oh, wait, there it is.
Why would anyone want to do that?
Always in the worst accessible areas. I mean, at this point in time, honestly, I'm not even fucking surprised. Just, you know, mildly fucking annoyed. Kinda what you get used to. But hey, I'm making steady little progress. So let's very much hope that, all stays well. I know that something has happened. So I looked it up in a tiny little bit. Yeah. It was an interesting ball we did just there, but yeah, wait, there it is.
You've no reason to stand here. Leave.
I mean, to be fair, I do have a reason to be here. It's called flag collection, bitch. Jesus, that came out of nowhere. You don't think trying to kill me from inside? Nothing new. All as it has always been. Archers. You're just gonna annoy the living shit out of me anyway. But to silence you before you get the opportunity to do so. And where's the next one? Somewhere around here. Yeah, I see it.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
Pretty sure I'm not somewhere I'm not supposed to be. Don't think you can forbid me for being on the fucking ground. You know, technically speaking, by the time I finish with my little flag collection quest, there should be no fucking archers left in this fucking town because I've killed all of them.
We must not be of his man.
To the heathen! Anyone very wet! Don't let him get away!
Don't let it get away. Yeah, just try stopping me. I'm honestly, just fucking try.
Keep up with him! Don't let him get away! Keep up with him! Don't let him get away!
Keep up with him. Very realistic scenario you're asking of your people.
You're somewhere you shouldn't be. Leave before you get hurt.
How about I don't? How about I just fucking never, ever, just do what the fuck I ever please? I mean, to be fair, at the very least, that's one thing you can actually give to the god. They are persistent little buggers. I mean, as soon as I go into the most obvious hiding place in the world, they're like, you know what, maybe give up. I'll chase. But as long as I don't do that particular move, they are a persistent bunch. And quite a persistent bunch at that. Where's the next one? Somewhere roughly here. I mean, as long as I know roughly where to go, we should be able to find it. Hopefully. And then, once we have this finished, we kill a few Templars, which shouldn't nearly take as long, because there's only like 3 of them in the whole fucking city. I've counted that right, that is. Oh, that is. Then we'll kill someone else. Again. This time a Crusader. Because now, all is fair. But we can say that I'm evil against one particular group of religious people. No. I kill gradually throughout all fake groups. Because, well, why not? Actually, that reminds me. We killed some fucking... Well, the Saints are basically, you know, the Islamic faith. Killed some Christians. I don't think we have the opportunity to kill any Jews now, do we? Does feel kind of weird. Oh well, can't have it all, I suppose. Alas, we have tried. We have tried to be fair and equal in all things, especially when it comes to murder, but the game was like, nah, can't have that. Sorry. Flagoo, where are you? According to rough estimation, it is somewhere around here. The problem is, well, rough estimation. It's not a precise science, let's just say. There's always a fucking chance that it's just somewhere on the ground level and you just don't fucking see it from above because fuck you, basically.
You best apologize for that.
No, I won't. Do you know why I won't apologize for that? Because I did it on fucking purpose. And would you apologize for something you did fucking on purpose like that? I sure fucking didn't. And I sure fucking won't. Okay, that is the most strange way of doing it, but I mean, sure, matter if you want to do this like that, can't realistically stop you. Found it. Well then, where is the next? Actually, we almost have half of them anyway. See? If you just start rambling nonsense while doing this, time goes by so fucking fast. It should basically be done. It's time to run out of nonsense that comes into your head. Yes, basically. Ooh. Where are the two little flagoo? Where are the two? Pretty sure I saw you. Yeah. Well, see, I'm kind of grateful for the fact that they look like a very much digital object in a otherwise not digital world. Otherwise, I'd be getting even more annoyed than I already am. Maybe to collect them. Why did I choose to do this? Mostly because I actually enjoyed the game, to be fair, but you know, it's still one of the more annoying things you can do. That's actually the whole point, you know. Something you can do. You don't actually get anything out of it. That's actually the fun part of it. No achievement, no nothing. All you get out of it is the good feeling that the game is like, yes, you collected all of my flags. Pat yourself on the shoulder or something. Because, you know, I won't do it. The game's not lying when it comes to that. It is most definitively not patting you on the shoulder for your work. For your effort. No, no, no. Game's like, fuck you. No, give me flags. Why are you standing at your stupid little stand, Suspicious, if you ask me.
I need money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
Just to flex, basically.
Money, sir. I'm poor and sick and hungry.
Sometimes you just have to flex a bit on the fucking merchants, otherwise, you know, they forget their place. They're evil people. As all merchants are. After all, there's no honest merchant. If they claim to be one, they're most definitively fucking lying out of their ass. I should know. I was merchant, basically. I missed. Yeah, of course. Make this even more annoying than it needs to be, game. Make this even more annoying than it needs to be. I swear to God. Feel free to choose which one, actually. There's so many of them you can choose from. Okay. Just greeted a friendly brother or something. By giving him a nice little hug.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
That's how little life counts in this world. Not even a moment of hesitation. Like, well, that was brutal. No, he just continues to go. Yours and even give a shit, but good times indeed. Oh. Yes. this for good reason. Don't question it. Yeah, how many was that? 20, okay. That is indeed rather good. Guess that means that we're basically almost done. I mean, how much map? 14 left or so? That's a reasonable amount. I was about to, don't you worry. Sorry. You were kind of in the way. It's probably inside. I had to take a fucking educated guess, it's the most obvious choice.
Was macht dieser Tor da?
Dieser Tor macht, was er will. I mean, quite literally, he does do whatever the fuck he wants. Chooses to stop him.
Führe den Tor! He's running into a dead end! Finish! Bewegt euch!
Are there even any dead ends for somebody who climbs that much in every fucking direction?
Bewegt euch! Oder ich werde euch einer verfluchen!
Oh, come on, Alter. That was really unnecessary. Not really good. You know what? That is actually very good advice. I should most definitely smoke the pipe. But first, let me go to safety. Sure, smoke some good tobacco. Some good... What actually do I have today? A bit of a Danish one for once. Sounds rather pleasant, doesn't it? In we go next down here. And we're almost done. Then we do the second sweep of the Templars, which is, let me quickly account for them. 3 according to this list. That's really not much. Should be done quite quickly. Tasty. Now comes the difficult part, doing this while I smoke the pipe. Yeah, kinda. Ah, did it. While smoking. Really good of me, I do say so myself. Wasn't as much of a drop as I thought it would be.
Verfluchter Feigling!
Well, I call it smart.
Before I make you.
Highly doubt you will make anyone leave anywhere. Just as we were about finished with this now. Let's see, is this one I can climb? Yes, probably. You just try to stop me. Just try to stop me. I'll watch you from afar.
There he goes! Stop him!
And now, as I have pointed out multiple times, you can try to stop me. Obviously, you can try that, yes. More work for me, I suppose. He actively runs away from me. Oh, that's a Templar. Can't really want to fight them yet. Stop charging me in fucking French, you bitch. And I guess we can take him with us. Just need to remember that I killed him already. Okay, now we look for the flag. And I didn't want it to go, you know, that close to the edge when there's quite the potential for me to get murdercated. Now then. According to common belief, flags can only be very much above or very much below, and usually the first choice I make is the wrong one, so probably not gonna be up here. Wait, no, it is up there. The one I deliberately didn't collect. So I don't get confused when I actually do this. Me. Okay, looks a bit like a crab. He's crabbing his way up there. The problem is there's also another one here. Okay, so even the guards were like, you know, it's not really worth it. And the other one... it might have been a bit more dangerous than it strictly needed to be for Paul. I'm actually surprised that he manages to catch himself there each and every single time again, because honestly, he should not be able to do so. Quite literally. Question is, as it always has been, there's supposed to be another one here. As usual, one has to question then, where precisely? Of course. Now you would be wondering which, I mean, to be fair, this is kinda, you know, proof that there's a god, because who the fuck other than God would come down from the heavens and position a fucking flag up there and go like, yep. That's precisely where it should be. No normal person would do this, of course. Normal people would be like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna fucking climb up there and position a flag there.
You're not supposed to be here.
Yes, I know. But thanks for telling me anyway. Yes.
Who saw what happened here?
I'm pretty sure no one saw what happened there. And if they probably will not tell you about it. Mostly because I have to fear that I come around and then be like very, very mean to them. In the good old-fashioned stabby way. Yes. Very stabby. Yes, my flag. Okay, we're getting close to having this done too. It only leaves the rich area of Jerusalem and then basically in the next chapter we have to go through the last 3 areas. Those 3. Which means in total there's not that much left after this. I'm kinda happy for that, honestly. Kinda got used to it. Running around like a madman collecting flagus. That is. Another one for the collection. Come on out here. You almost did it, and you're not dead yet, so keep going. That was a fucking point landing. I do say so myself. Yeah, let's ignore these people. Probably up there. I think so. Yeah, there, that was stupid. Okay, I found the one area where I can't do this. How am I supposed to get higher from here? I mean, there must be a way to climb up from outside. Game has taught me there's always a way to do this.
Someone tell me why he's doing that.
Testing security. Or something. I mean, to be fair, most castles and fortresses weren't really constructed with the idea of some madman climbing on every fucking ledge that he could potentially find, so... Pretty sure that is actually a pretty obvious weakness of them all. Technically speaking. I mean, seriously, who would consider this? It's bloody fucking insane. Most normal people would be like, there's a good chance I'll be breaking my neck if I try this, so... That's not, I suppose.
It's forbidden for you to be here.
Yes, this is for you. Don't worry about it. We both shut up about it, nothing bad will happen. Hey, that archer did pretty good. Not expecting him to actually be able to block my blade. Respect. And being the people that occasionally test their walls for security peace times. Indeed they did, but usually you wouldn't just, you know, send a random person to climb it, especially not a pro climber like Kinaltair. Then again, you know, sappers are a thing and they're a pretty old concept, so there is actually the idea of undermining walls, and it's not a new system, mind you. So, you know, making sure that your walls are somewhat well protected from the, at least from the outside where they should be protected. Not really a new idea. Does make sense to test that.
You are not allowed to be here. You should leave.
See, same point. If I'm not allowed to be here, then you're not allowed to be here. So, like, that's not how that works, though.
Leave this place.
Now, where's my last flagoo? There it is. Whoop. Like, don't mind me, totally normal. Okay, let's see, we kill that Templar, I'm pretty damn sure, so the next one is up there. Bit of a run, sure, but well, I'm sure we can do it. We go to the Assassin Bureau and go like, hey Masha, we've already got all of the information, we're ready to do the deed. Evil deed. Full of evilness. Ah, see, that's why I love the grab on move when he falls, because it's basically a cheat tool.
When is he gonna stop this?
Even when the fall should reasonably break you, as long as there even so much as a smallest little ledge somewhere along the way, no matter how far the fall is actually. But he just grabs on like a true champion and doesn't give a shit about how that should absolutely rip his fucking arms in many, many small pieces, muscle-wise. I mean, quite rigid, that should rip your arms out of the sockets quite literally, because, you know, you're falling at terminal velocity basically. Hey, but not that Altair gives much of a shit there. No. Altair is pretty hardcore when it comes to that. Which is always why, you know, you start the game, you have all the cool moves, and then the game is like, yeah, let me take all of that away from you, and now that you've gotten used to the idea, then you have to slowly get them all back. All the way until chapter 3 you're kinda suffering. I mean, heck, the first fucking mission you do without counter moves, means fighting is a pain in the ass. But then it gets better. Actually, it's a very interesting way to motivate people to go like, yes, I would very much like to get all of my stuff back. All of my ranks and my moves and my equipment, because, oh, fuck that. I mean, I don't need the fucking throwing knives. I was a fan of those. Shut up. Don't insult me in French. It's already insulting enough that you fucking speak that language. Bloody fucking bastard. I mean, maybe that's his tactic, you know. He deliberately speaks French because he knows that annoys his enemies even more. It makes them maybe, you know, commit a blunder or something. Who knows? Maybe it's all a plan. Either that there's somewhat an accurate display that quite a few different nationalities were involved in the Crusades. We'll find some Germans, some Frenchies, sad as that is. Of course, many Englishmen. And probably quite a few others, like Italians.
Please, sir, have any money?
No, and if you don't shut up, I'll punch you.
Please,
Fucking beggars, Italia. Disgusting. One more little Templar. Reach your destination for 20 meters. If you could actually manage to get through there, that is.
What's he doing?
Yeah, I thought that might potentially work, but alas. Evil Templar. Very evil Templar. Oh well, only 12 more to kill. Now, how far is it to the barrier? Not that far. Not that far at all. Then what's the guy's name actually? Something Montferrat, I think. Yeah, that's really better. What's his name? He's gonna be dead soon anyway. You know, kind of waste of space on your brain to remember that people's name. Might not be the nicest way of saying it, but kinda true. Same with everybody else, actually. I'm pretty sure I don't remember any of the names of the people I've was murdered that were supposedly important to this whole thing. I don't remember the Massa's name, though. But that's basically, well, I like to call him Massa. That works well. I mean, because, you know, basically he's a bit of a slave driver. Hard to argue that point, I'd say. I mean, quite literally, look at Altair, look at his pockets. Do you see the many, many coins lining his pockets? All the hard work he has done for this fucking organization? Well, I don't. And you would not either, because there's nothing in there. Actually, pretty sure that's the most... I see Timius is basically his blade. That's it.
Rafiq.
Word has spread of your deeds, Altair.
Uh-huh.
It seems you are sincere in your desire to redeem yourself.
I do what I can.
And sometimes you do it well. I assume it is work that reunites us?
Well,
Yes.
yeah.
William of Montferrat is my target.
Ah, William, it was his name.
I've done as asked and armed myself with knowledge. I know what I must do to reach him.
Speak, and I will judge.
William's host is large and many men call him master. But he's not without enemies. He and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
Well, it happens sometimes.
It's true,
And again,
they've
if
never
he
been
and King
close.
Richard
Much to my
don't look eye to eye, then why did
Richard's
Richard make
visit
him the
has
fucking
upset me.
regent of Arkon?
Once the king has left, William will retreat.
I mean, maybe it's a
forces to
tactic
Brugge. He'll be
to
distracted.
keep him away from
That's
the
when I
army,
will strike.
basically.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change,
Still, since Arkon is actually responsible for a lot of your supplies,
End the life of Montferrat that we may call
Would
this city
you-
free.
would you actually trust somebody you don't actually like to, you know, take care of that?
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Well, I personally wouldn't. Seems too much of an invitation to backstab me when I least can use it. I mean, the Saracens are pretty well armed and armored and quite well supplied. I mean, it's... And I've been quite a while in the Holy Land. As such, they're well prepared. Which means Richard most definitively needs his supplies and his supply lines secure and not falling out at the worst possible time. bit of a bold move, honestly. I mean, they do say that to be a great leader you need a certain amount of courage, but wouldn't trust that cunt. I mean, since we are hunting him, it's pretty clearly obvious that he's not working just for the fucking Crusaders, but that he's actually working for another organization altogether, so... Seems kinda like a legit good reason to not put him into a position of power. Personal dislike. And there's that whole saying about how you should keep your, you know, friends close but your enemies closer. Mostly because I have a good view on what they're fucking doing, and I can see when they're trying to backstab me. I can do something about it. Whee! Now then, how are we gonna do this? I mean, there are multiple ways to approach this. I mean, at the moment the gates are open, so we can just go through the gate, I suppose. But we could also climb up the walls and go in it from behind. He is in front of it, and then we need to go inside anyway, I suppose. The question is, will he actually close the gates for us? Because if so, we'll have to go in, you know. Yeah, stop being stupid. What a nice pony you have.
3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens would not have honored that end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yes. A great favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger in their convictions. Fight that much harder.
I know our enemy well. They will not be emboldened, but filled with fear.
Tell me.
No, they will not. They will be emboldened. It's obvious.
You who forsake the field of battle to play politics.
I did what was right, what was just.
You swore an oath to uphold the work of God, William. But that is not what I see here. No.
Fair point.
I see a man who's trampled it.
Your words are most unkind, my liege. I would hope I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Arkle's regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point. But this is nothing new.
Much as I'd like to waste my day trading words with you, I've a war to fight. We'll have to continue this another time.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace.
Actually, you know, Rio's king here
There will be no place for men like him in the new world.
is absolutely right by killing the hostages, prisoners.
You must ensure that everyone is doing their part.
You embolden your enemy. You make them a lot more steadfast, because now they know if they get captured, if they give up and surrender, but the only thing that awaits them is death. Of course they are now gonna fight even harder. Fucking idiot, can't even foresee that much, eh? You know, it's always been a bit of a thing. That has been theorized. During the Second World War. The idea was, like, you know, if we just do enough damage to them, then surely that will make them give up, right? It just never really fucking worked out now, did it? Every single fucking time we tried it, it didn't work out. The Germans tried it on the British. You know, the whole bombing of London over a set period of time to devastate them and make sure they fucking give up. Did not work out at fucking all. It just made them all the more fierce in their fighting, because of course it did. The Soviets tried it. Everyone fucking tried it. The only time it actually worked, in point where people actually gave up their resistance and stopped fighting, was when we started using atomic bombs to do that. Actually, 2 atomic bombs is apparently enough to make a people give up. Before that, you know, you don't get it. See, it's one of those little funny things. The idea that if we just inflict enough damage to the populace, it's gonna make them give up. And then it never works. Well, I say never, but no, it's proven that it works.
recognize the value of our contributions to the cause.
He knows nothing.
You just need to do enough damage. Atomic bomb level of damage.
Not without some merit. To tour these grounds, it is easy to find fault, to see imperfection.
You've no reason to be here.
I fear slack.
No, those were dealt with militarily.
I see the way you train. You lack conviction and focus. You gossip and gamble. Tasks set to you are left unfulfilled or poorly performed. This ends today. I will not suffer further degradation at his hands. For whether or not you see it, and you should, this is your fault. You've brought shame upon us all. Skill and dedication. You were not allowed to be.
Nice.
Rest now. Your schemes are at an end.
Yes, while facing overwhelming military forces on the other side. You were not really gonna fight that. The French did try to fight
For Conrad, my
and gave
son
up
is an arse,
because, you know,
unfit to be this
military
host
in front of
the
you,
kingdom.
too much.
Richard
Own military,
knows
sake,
he
not
knows
good.
no better. Blinded as he is by fate,
What are you talking about? Oh yeah, you're bitching about your king, aren't you? Yes.
Then who?
the city belongs to its people.
How can you claim to speak
Well,
for the citizens?
that's
you stole their food.
a very modern perspective.
Disciplined them without mercy. Forced them into service under you.
Everything I did to prepare
Oh look, he can stand up
for the
again.
new world. Stole their
Also, he has a
food?
very interesting
No.
haircut.
I took possession so that when the lean times came, it might be rationed properly. My district is without crime, save those committed by you and your ilk.
That's not
As for
true
the
though, I've seen
conscription, they were not
crime
being trained to fight.
in your
They
fucking
were being
district.
taught the merits of order and
He's like,
discipline.
good look at that, he's
These
lying to
things
us.
are hardly evil.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions, these acts are cruel and cannot continue.
We'll see
well, you
how
do need people to
sweet they
fight.
are. The fruit
But as a general rule, it's pretty damn hard to get the people
You do
to
not free the
give up.
cities as you believe,
Especially
but
not,
rather
you know,
adapt.
the soldiers to give up.
And in the end,
Because if you
have only
know that
yourself
your
to
enemy
blame.
will show no mercy, then why the
Speak
fuck
of
would you
those
give
with
up? It
intention.
will only, you know, lead to a very, very dark conclusion. Obviously. Now the problem is, I'm right in the middle of the soldiers, and I kinda just murdered their leader, so I kinda need to run away. They always are kinda talkative for dying people. They try to be all romantic and mysterious about, like, you know, yes, we have a secret agenda, and that's the truth of the matter. While the truth is like, I don't really give a shit about your secret agenda. It's not really a secret agenda, because every last one of you seems to be fucking willing to talk about it every single fucking time. That was a kinda... Actually, it was a pretty damn smooth assassination, all things considered. We went in pretty undetected, murdered our target without being seen beforehand, so we kinda followed along the whole idea. That's not gonna work. I mean, you can try to hunt me down, mind you, but... Oops. I'm not gonna have much fun with that. But yeah, these people are very, very talkative for dying, man. The chapter is just like, I really wish you would just shut up, because we all know where this is going. You're just gonna spout some mysterious nonsense at me to make sure that we're not completely seeing the point, although you're making it very, very obvious that you're not serving the camps you're supposed to be serving. And since we already know that there's a counter-organization to the assassins from the very beginning of the game, it doesn't really take a genius to figure out, yeah, I can see on which side they fucking are. Even without any foresight. But alas, I digress. We shall follow the story as is intended, and we'll see how it ends. Although, of course, you know, I admit I played this game before, so not like I don't know where this ends. And again, to be fair, the Assassin's Creed game do have a nice fun combination, honestly. Enough fun gameplay to keep you going, basically. The story is interesting enough to keep you somewhat interested. I'm not saying they're the best ever written, mind you, but Yeah, basically. He looks just like you, has the same sort of equipment, has a nice short sword on his back, and well, at least, I mean, he was running away and you were sitting around, so I'm supposed you're not you.
William of Montferrat is dead, and with him his plans for betrayal.
You've done well keeping Akka from his hands.
I'm awesome, I know.
When the Crusaders require unity most, could have waited.
Well,
Waited for what? For Richard to return and discover his schemes? No. It was the perfect time for him to strike.
debatable.
Strange. I was sure he meant to take Akka for Conrad, yet he claimed this was not his plan.
You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom.
I should discuss this with Al-Muallim.
Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masyaf. I am sure he
yes.
is eager for news.
Sure he is. Sure he is.
To a more recent one.
Yeah. Just put me all the way back to Masyaf. And with that, we only have one more assassination in this chapter. Nah, this is not the dude. What's his name? Malik or something? He's in the other city. He's in Jerusalem.
Preparation is
Very sure he
crucial
is.
to your success. Clear the area of archers and guards before confronting.
Come, Altair. I would have
Yo,
news
welcome,
of your
Altair.
progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good.
Not too bad. Then I had to spend some
sense your
time
thoughts are elsewhere.
correcting a bit of a little
your mind.
whoopsie I made.
Each man I'm sent to
To
kill
a friend save game, so you know there was that, but
Each
apart
time
from
I come
that,
to you and ask for answers.
not too bad.
Each time you give only riddles in exchange, but no more.
Who are you to say no more?
I'm the one who does the killing.
Mhm.
If you want it to continue, you'll speak straight with me for once.
Tread carefully, boy. I do not like your tone.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a chance to restore your lost honor.
Not lost. Taken. By
Fair
you.
point.
And then you've sent me to fetch it again like some damn dog.
It seems I'll need to find another. A shame. You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I
do love Altair.
demand you tell me what binds these men.
Look, this is a very nice interpretation of his words. The master did say, you find your answer when you don't have to ask the question any longer. Altair turns then around and goes like, okay, I'm not asking the question, I'm demanding an answer. That is actually very smart play on words he did there. I'll actually applaud you, Altair. That was good, actually. That's the sort of sass I expect from my assassin.
What you say is true. These men are connected by a blood oath not unlike our own.
Who are they?
Non
Templars.
nobis, domine non nobis.
Templars.
Now you see the true reach of Robert de Sade.
All of these men, leaders of
You know, I
cities,
think the
commanders
master
of
would be
armies.
very happy if we actually
All
completely
pledge
stopped
allegiance
asking
to
questions
his
and
cause.
just did
Their works
patch
are not
our
meant to
honor
be
like
viewed on
our
their own,
dogs.
are they? But as a whole, what
Because
do they desire?
asking questions
They seek the
like
Holy
this
Land not in
is
the
really
name
not
of
good for
God,
him.
but for themselves.
What of Richard? Salahuddin?
Any who oppose the Templars will be destroyed. Be
From
assured
within.
they have the means to accomplish it.
Well,
They
yeah.
must be stopped.
That is why we do our work, Altair. To ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from me?
That you might pierce the veil yourself. Like any task, knowledge precedes action. Information learned is more valuable than information given.
Fair enough.
Besides, your recent behavior had not inspired much confidence.
I see.
Altair, your mission has not changed. Merely the context within
It's
which
still
you
not really a
proceed.
good
And
explanation,
armed with
mind
this
you.
knowledge, I might better understand those Templars that remain.
Is there anything else you want to know?
What about the treasure Malik retrieved from Solomon's temple? Robert seemed desperate to have it back.
Indeed.
In time, Altair, all will become clear. Just as the role of the Templars has revealed itself to you, so too will the nature of their treasure. For now, take comfort in the fact that it is not in their hands, but ours.
If this is your desire.
It is.
Suddenly he's all meek again.
You are restored another rank.
Honestly,
Take
he
back
should
your
probably have
weapon.
pressed the issue a
Use
bit
it
more.
to bring honor to the Brotherhood. Altair, Before you go,
Yes?
how did you know I wouldn't kill you?
It didn't.
Truth be told, Master, I didn't. I took a leap of faith.
Well, pretty obvious that he did. It was a bluff, basically, because he, well, damn respected it. Probably. Probably it's the artifacts doing that. Because reasonably speaking, he was already assured that his bluff actually worked and that he could get away with it. So he should have pushed this thing a lot more. But as soon as it comes to the artifact, suddenly he's all meek again. Strange, isn't it? Very strange, one might even say. But still, I really do love this one scene where Altair actually becomes really, really sassy. For no fucking good reason, mind you. And amazing. Enjoyable. Okay, we'll collect one more viewpoint, so we have a save point, and then that is where I'll end it. I do need to go to bed. I have a bit of a middle shift tomorrow, which is pain. Because I say middle, you know? You would assume that that means I get home a bit earlier than the latest possible, but some mysticistic readers seem to always have to stay behind a bit longer. Because, you know, then when it's just about time and you're just about finishing up your things, it's like, oh yeah, could you please do this, that, or something? It's totally not gonna take too long, so, you know, not a problem. Fucking 2 hours later, you're still doing some shit and you're sitting there like, ah, yeah. It, of course, in the fact that I, technically speaking, in my position, cannot have any overtime. That's basically, I cannot have more work time than what is officially agreed upon. Which means I don't even get any fucking extra free time. No, any extra money for it. I would really like to get some extra money for that, mind you. Alas. As usual, I can complain all I want. Not gonna change much. But it's not that much longer. Actually, the final examination will be in what? Well, the written one will be in April, which means the verbal one will be in May. Yeah, that's not going to work. Oh, we're starting at the cantina tomorrow. Nice. And I hope you have a good first day. Don't get discouraged. It always takes a bit of time to get used to a new job, I find. Usually the first few months are always the worst ones. Really, really tiring, really stressful. Until you get into the rhythm of things. You know, keep going. Even if it's annoying and painful. But hey, after that it gets better. A little bit, that is. To be fair. He's really so good. Shut up, I'll be wherever the fuck I want. I'm a busy person, important things to do. In the poor district of fucking Jerusalem. See, flex again. Well, that's something we'll do next time. Actually, I like the rhythm we have right now, where it's basically like, we do basically one assassination per episode. And then we do, the rest of the stuff the next one. And allows me some relatively ease of planning, basically, because I don't have to think about what and how to time the episodes. Because they cannot time themselves. Like that. So you can kind of foresee how long time-wise it takes. That was good. You shut up. I'll leave this place whenever the fuck I want to. But yeah. Oh, it's not that bad anymore. The poor district is actually not that big, so I guess we'll get this done next episode too. Then we have this whole chapter finished, and then we go into the next chapter, because there's still one district in each of the cities left that we have not explored yet. But there's that. This will also be the last time that we need to collect flags and little Templar boys. Then we should get all of the additional memories done with. But so far, kind of good. I'm missing 12 Templars, which is really not much. We're probably going to get like 3 or 4 in this area, so that means there's 8 or 9 left, which should then work out precisely how we want it to. We need, that's the last district of Akon. There we are missing okay, so that's in Damascus, isn't it? Yes. So what was actually flex here? Ah, Jerusalem process, of course. Should have expected that, honestly. To be fair. Because Jerusalem is always been a bit of a mishmash. One of the most heavily fought over fucking city in this area, basically. For good reason. It's a holy city. Everybody wants their personal little flags and religious symbols on top of every fucking tower, basically. Kinda understandable. But then again, the whole value of the city basically comes from its religious significance. Which, to be fair, that's of course a thing, but don't have to like that now, do I? Well then, with that said, it is time for me to crawl into bed and pretend to be a good worker bee. So I shall bid you adieu for the moment, and let's quickly see who has dropped by, shall we? Let me look on the YouTube side. I see something. Some activity, actually. Actually kind of interesting. For a while now, we actually get some activity on the YouTube side, which has not been a thing for quite a while. That's kind of interesting. But no one I can easily mention because they haven't chatted. Okay, I mean, to be fair, that's kind of what I would usually do, so I can't really blame them for that now, can I? I'm more of a lurker myself, to be fair. Then on the left side, the Twitch side, we have, well, the strategy, coming by and enjoying some good old story time. And some murdering. And some talk about Second World War right there in the middle while we're quite literally in Akon and the fucking third fucking crusade time, so a bit unfitting, but well. That's the good thing about rambling, you don't need to take yourself most seriously, now do you? Well, next in line we had little Terry, watch coming by. Starting a new job. Tomorrow. We shall wish him well on his endeavor. The blessing in his hopefully not too stressful first days. And of course, you know, the necessary patience to get through that, because you will require some. Patience indeed. One of the advantages once you, you know, reach a certain age, you're kind of looking at things a bit more relaxed. And you're like, yeah, I have been through this shit before. I can probably go through it again without losing too much in the way of my mind. Or get more grey hair than I already have, because meh, I've been getting to be a thing. Finally. Creepy. But well. It is how it is. Grow older. And wiser. And better, of course, like wine. I'm just gonna claim that I'll be the wine, not the milk. This particular metaphor. For another reason than that I can, basically. And I think that is dead, isn't it? Well, yes. For everybody else on the more lurking side, do feel appreciated too. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And I do hope to see you all again. Hopefully tomorrow, but I'm gonna be a bit careful here, not make any promises. I do have to finish up my my reparations, basically, to make sure that me old friend is pleased with what I did to restore his save game. That's a lot of fucking work, mind you. But it should hopefully work out. Well, if all things go well, we'll do a nice little stream tomorrow, and I'm thinking we're gonna play some God of War. You know, the good old first one, the PlayStation 2, good times. It is kind of fun. Really kind of fun to play. Although a bit different from this one. I mean, you know, worst things comes to worst, and I can't find it in me to set that up, because me setting up is a bit of a pain in the ass. We'll just play some more Assassin's Creed. I mean, I'm making good progress here, so honestly the game is not that long, so we can probably finish this relatively quickly. Nah, well, we'll see. With that said, once again, have a good one.